Welcome back to Big City Fishing. We're just taking a quick break. Paul and I, we just caught a couple of big salmon and yeah, we're pretty exhausted. Paul, can you give us a little bit of detail about what we've been doing today and maybe fill us in on how to catch a salmon and what salmon actually go for?
So this time of year, as we mentioned earlier, it's mid-September and the Chinook salmon return from Lake Ontario, enter the river, and they start to spawn.
Okay.
Typically, when they come in any river, they stop feeding, but they'll still hit lures out of aggression. So today we've been doing casting lures and spoons, and then float fishing with different types of rope, different types of artificials. And typically the salmon will just plow right up through the river from Lake Ontario, resting in little pocket waters, right adjacent to this fast, heavy flow we see. And the water temps, Amanda, are still pretty warm.
Yeah.
So the fish are really just kind of migrating through. They're not really holding for too long in any one area. So really, it's we've been really fortunate. We landed two really beautiful fish. That last one you landed was a monster. So we're fortunate. There's fish using this area right now. I think we should just keep doing what we're doing and see what happens. It's been working pretty good.
Stick with that technique. Yeah. Another thing too, what do they normally feed on out in the lakes?
I'm not a salmon expert. My specialties are the steelhead and the bass primarily.
Yeah.
I catch a lot of different types of fish, but to my understanding, they feed on alewife.
Yeah.
That's one of their main forages out in Lake Ontario, and that's the Niagara River flows into Lake Ontario. So, the spoons we're throwing resemble either a smelt or some type of alewife, which they're used to feeding on. And then the roe, I don't know why they eat it, but
maybe the smell, the scent of it.
Again, I can't explain it. I just know it works, and they, it's worked for years down here and on any river. It's not these techniques we're using can catch you salmon anywhere across North America. Like I'm sure the same spoon techniques will work in your favorite rivers close to your home waters, but they've been really successful for us over the years here. Your arm ready? You've had a good break?
I am.
You got some beef jerky in you. You've recharged.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'm good.
I think before the rain starts, we should just get back and keep fishing.
Sounds good.
All right, good.
Okay.
We're going to set up here in the top of the pool, and ideally what we're trying to do is we're trying to work the spoon through the pocket water here and flutter it down through the run and then retrieve it back.
Okay.
That's basically what we're trying to do.
Where do the salmon normally sit?
Depending on what's going on, if they're moving through and they're moving up the river, they'll tend to sit in the top end here, and they'll hold here before they make the run through the rapids, or you'll get them in the tail out as they move up into the pool. But I think today with the warming weather and the water temperature getting a little bit warmer, the fish are starting to stage in this pool, and you'll start getting them in the deeper, slower pockets that are in here on the outside seams of the fast current.
Okay, awesome. Well, yeah, just walk me through this.
All right. So talk you through it, what I'm doing. So what we're trying to do here, we're trying to set the spoon up in the top end of the pool. And you're trying to keep a tight line and your rod high at the start just to get the spoon down. And you just follow your line with the current and let that spoon flutter through the pool.
Can you feel the current taking the spoon?
Yeah, and you should feel the thump of the spoon and the rod.
And then what happens once the current grabs
the spoon will swing through the pool.
All right, Chad, so what do you think you got?
Well, it's definitely a salmon. Feels like a transport truck. That's what it feels like. It feels like you hooked onto one, you're just fighting it. Oh, yeah, I chewed it pretty good. Yeah, it's left the pool now. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta get after it if I'm gonna try and land this.
Oh, okay, I'll get it your way.
I gotta keep my rod high. Yeah, I was just running one of the seams there, and there it was.
Bam.
Yeah, there it was. Right where it should have been.
Are you using the spoon?
No, I have row on right now.
Oh, okay. Let's get this fish in here.
Yeah, that would be good. It's tough to land them in here some days when they're fresh fish. They're getting that current.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
It's tough from shore. It's a little easier in the boat because you can chase them from shore. You're just going toe to toe with them and
Yeah.
hoping for the best. 35s being entered every week out in the lake, so there's lots of big fish around this year.
Last time I went salmon fishing, I didn't see them quite near this size.
Oh no?
No.
Well,
they
you do
were-
get into the younger year classes out in the lake.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
They were running upriver, but
You do get some smaller fish in here, but more often than not, they're the big spawners, right?
yeah.
The mature fish that you get up here.
And these ones are the 4-year-old,
Yeah, these are the mature fish.
and they come up to migrate.
They spawn and they die. That's it.
That's such a sad ending.
And they feed all the sturgeon that are in the river.
Ah, sturgeon are in here
Yeah,
too, right?
yeah.
Oh.
Well, we're getting her in here now. Beautiful Niagara River female salmon.
How much do you think this one weighs?
I'd say it's high teens.
Chad, what's the proper way to release a salmon back into the river
Okay.
successfully?
You never want to pick the fish up by the gills,
Okay.
and you just want to bring them down, set them in the water, and she'll tell you when she wants to go. She wants to go.
And then she's off.
She's off. Okay.
All right. Good job, Chad.
Thank you very much, man. And
All
another
right.
nice Niagara River salmon.
Let's get back at it.
Let's get back at it.
Coming up, catching big salmon on a fly rod.